Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast. Podcast.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Motocross Supercross podcast.
Episode 194 of the Motocross Supercross podcast. Round 11, Indianapolis is in the books. We're going to be recapping the 250s today. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
What a night of just like magic happening.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good night of racing, and I thought for the most part it was like pretty clean, you know? It was pretty clean. Nothing too serious happened. We did see like kind of some big crashes and stuff, and I know some stuff happened in qualifying, but I thought everything was just a good night of racing.
It really was a night of magic because we have a bunch of stuff to recap on, and we're going to get to it. We're going to be doing the 250 class right now in this episode, and we'll be doing the 450 in our next episode. And there's a lot to talk about on both of them, starting with qualifying times. When we were doing our picks, I said that Chase Sexton was going to probably just, have the fastest time and not win.
Yep.
Well, he looked very clumsy during qualifiers, dude. He actually ran into Austin Faulkner in free practice. He went down a couple of times and got super sketchy in the qualifying rounds. And he did not look comfortable at all on that bike.
Yeah, well, he knew this was like the weekend. He had to step it up. It's like, now or never. We can't let Faulkner run away with this thing. So I'm not surprised that he did kind of, maybe ride a little over his head, or I don't know exactly what happened because I actually didn't even watch qualifying. I was up at the NHRA drag races in Gainesville. So, you were telling me about it. And then, you said he hit Faulkner. Like, what exactly did he do?
Well, Faulkner was like, they do a couple of the hot laps or whatever, or heaters, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And then they relax and just kind of see their time and, where their competitors are sitting or whatnot.
Just kind of putt around the track and just kind of check it out.
Exactly. So, like, Faulkner, I guess he just got done with his heaters, and Chase Sexton comes and just
runs into him.
Yeah, he like loses control in one of these like step on, step off sections, which by the way, there were a lot of them. And he just like runs right into him. And I mean, they're both fine. They both went down, and it was a very sketchy moment. And Sexton was not looking good from qualifying.
Yeah, it looks like he was the fourth fastest qualifier. Austin Faulkner, I guess, no surprise that he was on top with a 48.6. Alex Martin actually was in second with that 49.1. Justin Cooper, 49.2. Chase Sexton, 49.3. We also had Martin Davalos up there, Mitchell Oldenburg, Brandon Hartranft, Jordan Bailey, Cade Ottenreith, and Josh Osby, all in that top 10.
Yeah, from second to seventh place, all within the same second. Like all 49.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's to show you how close this track was, which, by the way, they changed it again.
They did. They took the freaking sand out. We were like, here's the sand section, and goodbye, sand section. Took it out.
I guess all the complaints and, the outspoken of the riders really got to them, and they did not add it. They added a couple of split sections.
Yeah, they had that one right after the finish where they had like the option to go inside or the option to go outside, and I actually really liked that. That was a really cool section. We saw a lot of passes happen there, definitely in the 450s, and they said that Austin Faulkner in his qualifying actually just railed that outside and just blitzed the crap out of the whoops and put his fast time in doing that. So that's pretty cool that outside actually, he got his fastest lap from that, because we saw a lot of passes on the inside there.
He actually used both sections. He used the inside on the first qualifying times, and then he used the outside on the second one.
It's just Austin Faulkner, man. I'm starting to think he might be an alien. So we'll have to stay tuned on that. Maybe prick him if we ever see him at the race. Give him a little prick, see if he bleeds like red blood or green.
We have to see if he has a belly button.
Oh, is that's how you tell, the belly button? Okay.
Yeah, that's how you tell if you're an alien or not, bro.
All right, well... All right, we'll keep an eye out for the belly button. But yeah, like we said, we also had a couple riders back this week. We saw Mitchell Falk up there. Mm-hmm. It didn't have the greatest qualifying time, 16th, but still good enough to get into the night show, obviously. Yep. And Kyle Peters, Kyle Cunningham, they were in like 11, 12. So not the greatest qualifying for them, but enough of that qualifying. Let's just go ahead and jump into these heats.
Yeah, jumping into this heat number 1 for this 250 class, Oldenburg with the whole shot, and he was followed by Alex Martin, Chase Sexton, Kyle Cunningham, who had a really good start, Frederick Noren, also right there with a decent start, I would say. He had a decent start. I believe he was in Atlanta too, or was it Daytona?
He was doing a bunch of the arena cross too, so it's cool to see him out here doing the Supercross. But it was actually hard to tell who got the whole shot for me because they had that crash right there that took out the camera. And it was kind of crazy. But yeah, Alex Martin and Oldenburg were like right there side by side coming down that first rhythm section.
Yeah, I think it was Thomas Covington who took that, as they call it, the POV camera, Yamaha camera for the whole shot. But yeah, Mitchell Falk also had a pretty decent start. Alex Martin, he was in second place, but he was looking like he was playing mat skills. I don't know if you noticed that. He barely missed the triple going into that corner, but by the way, nobody made it. And he made some mistake and allowed Chase Sexton to take that second spot from him. Chase Sexton, who wasted no time to catch up all the way to first place, who was Mitchell Oldenburg, he makes an excellent move and took the lead from him. Yeah. And it was super clean.
So clean. And once he took the lead, too, he just ran away. That's why I was like, whenever you said that stuff about the qualifying, how he looked like sketchy and stuff, I was like, he passed him and he was gone. So I was just like, he looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he definitely changed his game plan for the heat because he looked solid. Definitely looked solid on this heat. Jordan Bailey, who after Daytona, he was looking really good on this one. He started making moves towards the front. He passed a couple people.
Yeah, Jordan Bailey, like, it was, I don't want to say, like, this race was boring, but one of the highlights, kind of the thing they showed in this race, was him passing Frederick Noren for 7th place. So it's not like it wasn't the most exciting race ever, but yeah, it was just like, that's like one of the things they showed besides, Oldenburg and all that. But yeah, Josh Osby was another person who had a terrible start, who's looked pretty good all year. I think he might have even been in that first incident too, because he was pretty far back, maybe like, I don't know, 13th or 15th when he started catching up to the Teasdale, who was actually in that final position.
Yeah, he actually caught my eye because, like you said, he managed to catch up all the way to qualifying positions. He made the pass on Teasdale for that last qualifying spot, and he goes straight to the main. He ended up getting 8th on this one because he also got Frederick Noren on the, literally right before the finish. So he had a really great ride for Osby.
Osby, his pass was really clean too. It was a really fast, clean pass, and he was just he was just killing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He really caught my eye because you've mentioned him a couple of times. You mentioned him being a great starter and how deep this all these classes are. A start has been key, but Chase Sexton, he took the win. Mitchell Oldenburg got 2nd. Alex Martin in 3rd. Kyle Cunningham in 4th. Really good ride for him. Yep. Chase Marquardt in 5th. Jordan Bailey in 6th, who got all the way to 6th. Mitchell Falk in 7th place. Josh Osby in 8th. And then Frederick Noren in 9th and last qualifying spot. Everybody else go to the LCQ.
Yeah, well, actually not everybody else going to the LCQ because there is one rider who I had on my fantasy team who's looked pretty good the past couple weeks, and that's Josh Cartwright. And he said on his Instagram, "Unfortunately, I was not able to race tonight after the heat race due to a bike issue during the heat race." And then he just kind of thanked his mechanic and stuff, but his night ended there with a bike issue.
Moving into this 250 heat number 2, your top runners, you have the Kid, you have Davalos, you have Peters, you have Faulkner.
Dude, they love talking about Faulkner. They love talking about him. Oh, he's led 100 laps, and it's just all about Faulkner. They were fawning over him.
And they pumped him up so much, which is kind of cool, and he deserves it. Don't get me wrong, because he's dominating this class. He will get a great start.
Oh, I killed it. He has such a good jump.
Right after the whole shot lane or line, whatever you want to call it, he makes a huge mistake and goes down and actually gets run over by Lane Shaw, who's someone that's been in the other side of the coin on this run over stuff. So
he got his payback. He got ran over 3 times. Now it's his turn to run someone over. Actually, he got ran over in Daytona too. So actually, it's pretty cool just to see Lane Shaw out there. But and I think
running people over.
We said in previous episodes how, dude, Lane Shaw just makes all these races so much more exciting. He just like the craziest things always happen around him. So and it wasn't any different here. But yeah, I think that was all Forkner's fault. He should have cut in more. I don't know if he was just going way too fast, but he pretty much just ran right off the track into the tough blocks and then fell.
Yeah, he looked like he jumped just a bit too far out and just ran into that top block and just kind of lost control. And actually, one of the things that he did that we talked about is like he immediately just got up and got to that bike, So it's one of the things that we talked about, how none of these riders actually do. And well, he did it after going down.
Yeah, and there was actually another crash on this start too, that they replayed the like Forkner crash, but there was another crash. There was like 2 Hondas. One of them missed the jump, and one of them just literally drilled one of the other guys right in the back of the head. And I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know if it was Stephen Clark, but I think John Short was definitely involved in that. He didn't say, but yeah, it was definitely kind of a scary crash because that dude got hit right in the back of the head. He did get up pretty fast, but that was, pretty much how his night went. I know John Short said that on his Instagram, but I'm not 100% sure who the other rider was, but there was another crash there. I didn't even show it because they were too busy talking about Forkner.
Yeah, it was probably Scuba Steve because both of those riders with a DNS on this one.
Yep. Okay, so that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure Forkner got the credit for the whole shot because he did kill it. But whenever he went down and all that madness ensued, Kyle Peters was the one out front.
Yeah, who they talked about, he actually led a couple of laps before. And it was good to see the Suzukis, actually being up there. And but yeah, it was Peters up front. It was Justin Cooper, the kid, in second. And then Martin Davalos right behind those two. And what a battle they put on for the lead between these 3. They exchanged positions like 27 times. And
they were running so close, too. And it just made for really good racing when you had Peters, Cooper, Davalos right there. And all of them actually got to lead laps this heat race. So that was pretty cool. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It was awesome. And, now that, we know that Forkner went down and that how they love talking about him. I hate the fact that they did the double screen just to follow where Forkner was coming. Like, that's so dumb, man. Like, you had such a good battle between these 3 guys. Show these 3 guys battling and then just kind of talk about Forkner, every now and again. But they literally, the whole heat, they had the double screen thing, and it kind of sucks because you don't know what to look at. I mean, good for Forkner because he ended up getting 5th in this one, and what a ride for him after being pretty much dead last. This double screen situation, bro.
Let's be real, though, because like you said, it was kind of lame that they had to show Forkner throughout that heat because nothing against these guys, but here's who he was passing to get to his 5th place that he finished. He passed Hartranft, so that's good. Hartranft is really fast. I mean, all these guys are really fast, but here's who he passed. Hunter Sales, Bradley Taft, Justin Thompson, Carter Gordon, Kevin Morans, Dustin Winter, Cade Ottenreith. Like, these are the people that he was passing. It was just like, yo, let's see what's happening up front. This is like, we got these guys battling hardcore for first place.
Yeah, especially if you have that battle like these guys were having. It was such a good heat because these 3 guys put a great show. But at the end of the day, it was the kid, Justin Cooper, with a fantastic pass over Martin Davalos, like pretty much right before that whoop section going into that last turn before the finish line.
Yep, a nice contact pass too, which I'm always a fan of.
Oh, yeah. It was a really good ride. He came from 3rd place to pass everyone. Martin Davalos got 2nd. Kyle Peters got 3rd.
And Kyle Peters led 7 laps this race. Justin Cooper led 1, and then Martin Davalos led the other one. So pretty cool for all them.
Yeah. Henry Miller got 4th. Austin Forget, as we mentioned, he got 5th. Brandon Hartranft, he got 6th. Hunter Sales in 7th. Bradley Taft in 8th. And then Justin Thompson would get the 9th spot in final qualifying position. Let's go to this LCQ because not a lot happened here.
No really big names. Like usually we'll see like 1 or 2 maybe like big names kind of having problems, but I like this for several reasons. It was cool. I definitely love the LCQs, even if the biggest names aren't in it.
Yeah, because it's it's just carnage out there. You just know you want to.
And Lane Shaw was in it, so that always makes it exciting.
But it was Kevin Moranz with the whole shot and took the lead. He was followed by Lane Shaw, who makes a pass on Covington right there, because he had a decent start.
Yeah.
But Covington, as we've seen him in past races, he will fall back out of qualifying positions for some reason. He ended up getting 12th on this one.
Yeah, just really struggling, really hardcore struggling on that, Husqvarna.
That Rockstar Husqvarna, that's your factory team.
Yeah, on that Rockstar Husqvarna. So it's like, he's factory, right? He should be doing better, but he could be struggling with something else. Who knows what's going on, but we do know he's struggling.
Lane Shaw, who makes a pass for the lead on Kevin Moranz, and...
Yeah, Lane Shaw was definitely the attraction of this race because now he did pass his way up to first.
At the same time, Teasdale was making a pass for third on Anthuriath, and he wanted to get away from that fourth position.
Yeah, Kevin Moranz led 3 of these laps. Lane Shaw led the other 4. And I loved what he did over the finish line. Before he hit the jump, he pointed up to the crowd. And then over the finish line, did he heel clicker? And I loved it, bro. I loved the point. It was just like, it was so epic. And he was just so pumped. But I don't think his heels clicked. I'm not sure they did.
Well, we'll just say that they did because he threw a trick over the finish line after winning. Yeah. So... good for him. Lane Shaw gets the win. That's pretty much all that happened on this one. Kevin Moranz,
he was excited too. He was pretty excited too. So.
Oh yeah, how couldn't you be?
He might have did a one-hander. I forget. It might have been like a victory kind of fist, a little celebration fist kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, so that might be 2 tricks. So I think that makes it a good night.
Isaac Teasdale, he got 3rd, and then Kate Honorath got 4th.
So we know who's in the main. Let's jump right to this main because it was pretty cool. We have Faulkner, we got Sexton, we got the kid. Points are tied between Sexton and Cooper going into this race. Who's going to come out on top? Well, it started with Faulkner just having another excellent hole shot.
Yeah, he did get the hole shot.
Yep.
And the most epic part about this is that he did not have a good gate pick. So he still managed to get the hole shot. Oldenburg
so close,
right there, like super close, and also Chase Sexton very close to Austin Faulkner. Right behind those.
Oldenburg though, like he probably missed that whole shot by like an inch, and they were so close coming down that whole rhythm section too until Austin Faulkner gave him a little bump and then ruined his whole drive in the rhythm section and put him like a couple positions back. But he was right there at the beginning of this race, and they love talking about him, being new daddy and stuff. So
yeah, Oldenburg, yeah, exactly. He super excited about his kid. Congratulations. Chase Sexton also with a good start. Davalos, Kyle Peters, and Justin Cooper right there. Behind them, though, was Osby with another good start. Yep. And he's making moves as well.
Exactly.
Someone that did not have good start was Alex Martin, who went down, and he will fall all the way to last spot.
Yeah, whenever they came around that finish the first time, it was like Faulkner, Sexton, Davalos, Osby, Peters, Oldenburg. But yeah, the kid, Justin Cooper, he didn't have a good start either. He was running like, I want to say 7th place whenever he got by Hartranft, who just pretty much gifted the position to him because he got sketchy through those whoops. Yeah. And pretty much put him up to 6th. And Oldenburg, but it wasn't over for him because he ended up like working his way kind of back up, and he was battling with Martin Davalos for 3rd place and actually made a pass on him. Yeah,
he looked good. He looked very comfortable, and so did Martin. I was super, super surprised about it.
Yeah, I had him getting 3rd, and for the beginning of this race, he was in 3rd, and I thought it looked good for me. But yeah, as we said, once Oldenburg got past him, it didn't take Justin Cooper long to work his way up through the pack too, and he got past him and then started working on his own teammate, Oldenburg.
Yeah, after a while of nothing really happening, Martin Davalos, who was lapping Mitchell Falk, runs right into him and makes a little mistake, just enough for Justin Cooper to pass him for 4th. And also to close the gap on Oldenburg, who was sitting in 3rd at that point of the race.
Does that mean Mitchell Falk is bad at getting lapped? Because we saw his own teammate get into him too. So that's 2 incidents. That's like his last 2 races, he's had issues getting lapped.
Hey, that's a good point. Mitchell Falk probably doesn't know what a blue flag is. Yeah, but Justin Cooper with a great pass for 3rd on Oldenburg after he leaves the inside wide open.
On the last lap, right? I'm pretty sure he got it on the last lap, too.
Yeah, for Cooper to go right through him. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Austin Forkner was your winner. Dominating. He ended up winning by 6 seconds, but it looked like a lot more than that on the screen. I don't know if he could have been just putting around that last lap. Well, he definitely was not going 100%, and even Ricky Carmichael was mentioning how he was probably going like 70, 80%. Still going fast, but not the Austin Forkner that we saw in the heat races. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and another perfect race for him, getting the whole shot and leading all 20 laps. So add 20 to his 102 or 103, whatever it is, laps led this season.
Austin Forkner, who won this race. Chase Sexton got second. Justin Cooper, the kid. In third place. Mitchell Oldenburg, the new daddy, in fourth. Martin Davalos, he ended up getting fifth. Kyle Peters in sixth place. Cunningham in seventh. Josh Osby, a great ride for him, in eighth. Alex Martin in ninth. That's also a really good ride for him, especially after going down in the start.
Yeah.
Jordan Bailey in 10th. Henry Miller in 11th. Harntraft in 12th. Frederick Noren in 13th. Chase Marquette in 14th. Mitchell Folk, not know what a blue flag is, in 15th. Kate Honorate in 16th. Hunter Sales in 17th. Justin Thompson in 18th. Lane Shaw 19th. Kevin Morans in 20th. Isaac Teasdale in 21st. And then Bradley Taft in 22nd spot.
That's right. So just another dominating weekend for Forkner. Really puts him up in the points now over Sexton. And Sexton was able to pass Cooper for that second position. But he's only up on him by 2 points. So it's still close between them.
Yeah, and then Austin Forkner with a full race in front of Chase Sexton, so he can just sit one out and still be up front.
Yep, 26 points. He could just literally just chill on the couch next week, and he'll still be, tied for first place if Sexton wins.
Exactly. So,
well, he will be sitting on the couch next week because we are going to Seattle. So
I was just about to say that. Well, he will be sitting down because we are going to move to the West Coast. But yeah, that's your points right now. Forkner sits at first, Sexton in second, Cooper in third, Martin in fourth, Martin Davalos in fifth, Oldenburg in sixth, Harntraft in seventh, Cunningham in eighth, Kyle Peters in ninth, and then Jordan Smith still in that top 10.
Such a big gap those first three guys have on everybody else, because we got 151, 125 to 123 for Justin Cooper, and then Alex Martin, 92 points. And this is where it gets kind of close, this fourth and down, because Alex Martin's in fourth with 92, and then Martin Davalos is in fifth with 89, and then Oldenburg is in sixth with 88, and then Hartranft is in seventh with 82, and then Cunningham 81, Peters 79. So that whole fourth place is wide open. It's still anyone's game for those.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, it was a great race. Austin Forkner dominating again. And well, next weekend we're going to see new faces in this 250 class, new all faces in the 250 class. And I'm excited to see those guys back in action.
Yep, and they will be back April 6th in Nashville, Tennessee, and we'll see them there. But is there anything else we should add to this 250 recap?
No, just make sure you guys stay tuned to our Instagram at MXSX Podcast. Go listen to the Martin Costello interview because it was a good one. And just thank you for listening.
See you next time for the 450s. Peace!